Hey everybody, this is Laura with McLeod Homestead, and I'm coming at you this evening from my dining room. I've made me some chocolate mint tea from some chocolate mint that I had grown. And I figured I would just do a little bit of a chat with you and show you a couple of different things that I intend to do while sitting at the table. For Christmas, my friend bought me some seed starter trays, which, you know, actually isn't too bad construction. Better construction than what you would get at the Dollar General. And this is a lid where you can control how much moisture and air gets in and out. And it's got a plug here on it because it's got a cord that you can plug into a USB port, and it has grow lights built right into it. So I am actually pretty excited to try these out. So excited, in fact, that I liked them and I like the idea of them, that I bought a couple of bigger ones, and we are going to try them out and see how well they will work for starting plants and growing in the house until we can get them transplanted and out to the greenhouse. On this bigger one, it's got the lights and the air vents on both sides. I've had some things going on in this past week that's been pretty bothersome, pretty stressful. Not gonna get into it on here, but one way to help take my mind off is I'm gonna start some seeds. I had bought a photo container. I'd actually bought more than one, but the other ones haven't come. But I started separating, and in this yellow are pepper seeds. And it is late enough or early enough that we can start them now in the house. These are some California Wonders left over from last year. But we got some sweet yellow banana peppers, red Marconi, yellow, yellow peppers, more yellow peppers, red peppers. And I don't get them from just one place. I got them from all sorts of places. This is a sweet banana pepper. Jalapenos. This will be the hottest one I will grow. More red. And I do know that as I go through my seeds, I will find more and more pepper seeds and other seeds that I have yet to separate. It's hard for me to do, but I know these seeds that are older I really need to maybe get rid of. This chocolate mint tea, it really tastes good. It is nice and strong. This came with these seed trays, little shovel for the dirt. This pokes a hole into the dirt. Can't show you yet. And it came with some tags. Pretty cool. I've got my little planter here with its little tool that came with it. And we're going to use this just to poke holes down into the soil. And we don't have to go that far because pepper seeds are not that big. And you only have to go down as thick as the feet. Oh my goodness. You only have to go down as thick as the seed is. So you have just enough to cover it up with soil. That's what I was trying to get out. Now I'm going to use up these California Wonders. They're actually from 2019. Probably won't get much germination out of them, but what better time than now to try? And I'm just putting like 3 or 4 seeds in a hole. If they come up, they come up. Be awesome if they did. But I'm not going to stress if they don't because of how old they are. I really do need to get rid of some of my old seeds. And I don't know why I have such an issue just like taking them and throwing them in one big pile of dirt somewhere. And if something grows, then that's awesome. If it doesn't, that's awesome too. I really do need to do something like that if I can't just throw them out. But as you can see, I'm just covering things up, patting it down, just like that. Put a cover on. Look at that, guys. There's the California Wonders. Now, to start out with tonight, I'm going to close the air. Once I get some good condensation in here, I will open this back up. And then I'm going to watch the soil temperature because I'm not getting out the heat mats yet. But if I notice the soil's not where I feel warm enough, I will get out the heat mats to start these seeds. But for now, I'm going to set it behind me right here on the shelf. And this is all I'm going to be doing. I really hope these planters work out. They do. I will probably invest in some more, especially before they get too popular. Alright guys, now that I've had my hands in the dirt, I got a little bit bigger of a smile. I have more of these soaking right now in water so I can plant more. But one thing we need to do, because no guarantee I won't lose this, no guarantee it won't get ruined, I'm going to use these labels that came with it, and we're going to label them. Now my marker for labeling is not over here. It's over at the greenhouse. It's late at night. It's technically time for me to be to bed because I got work in the morning, but this was a much needed therapy. So what I'm going to do is I am going to see if my pen will work first. And it's not. So I'm going to use my Sharpie. And I'm going to label what this is and what company I bought it from. Now since this is just a 6-pack, I'm only going to put one label in here. And I should be able to close this. And then I will still stick this right on top. And you know, you never know, by the time I'm done I might even tape it to it, but it's a good chance this will not survive. And really, the instructions on the back, not very informative, so other than telling you that this kind takes 80 days to mature, seed spacing 2 feet, planting depth 1/4 of an inch, when to plant after your last frost. Pretty basic stuff we already know. So we got one label. I struggle with pepper plants, I will tell you that. Pepper plants, corn, and strawberry plants. I really struggle. I follow the instructions I'm given, but I don't know if it's something with my soil, even though everything checks out with the pH balance. And even with my corn, I've tried the 3 Sisters with the squash, the carrots. Nothing. Or very small. Ears like this size. Yeah. So these are what? Golden Wonder. No, California Wonder. Now I have other seeds, and I know I have a lot more pepper seeds. Where they're at is in a big bowl in my car, because my dogs had gotten into a bunch of my seeds and got them mixed up. Luckily, I know enough that I can tell a pepper seed from a bean seed to a pea seed to a squash seed, etc. So, I have been in the process at work of sorting this big bowl of seeds out and trying to get it all organized thanks to my dogs. And one of the groups of seeds that I have are the mini bells that are multicolored. I really like those plants. I like those size peppers. Now, because this is a bigger one and we split it half and half, I am going to put 2 labels for each group, so that way I know what row they start and what row they stop. Just trying to make it a little bit easier. There we go. We've got our seeds labeled. We've got seeds planted. Our growing season has hopefully begun. I really hope we have good germination with these plants. Now, my goal is actually not to make my garden bigger, but to try and downsize it some. With it just being me and the little guy for the most part in this house, I do not need a whole lot to can. A lot of my quart jars are not being used. I'm using smaller jars because, like I said, for the most part, it's just the 2 of us. So that has been one of my hardest struggles, is bringing down the amount of food that I make at a time and that I'm growing. Do I intend to fill my garden? Absolutely. I'm not sure about the big garden, if I'm going to plant anything in it at all this year. I do have ideas that I want to do over there for a project with it, and this might just be a year where I just kind of let it, well, I let half of it rest last year, and this might be a year where I just let the rest of it rest while I do my projects, hopefully, and get things built over there that I want to get built. And we'll just, I guess, have to see how many plants germinate, how things go. I think it's going to be an interesting year, guys. Seeds are a hard seed to germinate. To begin with. Once you get them germinated and started, then you're usually pretty good to go. But they need warm soil, at least 70 degrees, which is why I have heat mats, and I will pull them out if I need to. I'm not big on using them. However, I did actually use them last year for the first time, and I actually had good success with it. They just make me nervous because a little electric heater, anything like that, you know, you have the risk of fire, so. But all right, my tea is pretty well gone. I'm gonna have to find me some more chocolate mint plants because mine died out, unfortunately. So I want to thank everybody for coming and watching this short little video. And this is just my way to say spring is around the corner. Time to start our seeds and planting. Get that smile on your face. Soon we will be out playing in the dirt getting our hands and feet all nice and dirty. I am really ready for it. It has not been a hard winter at all, but it's just been, it just seems like it's been a while. And being over at the garden, that really is a very calming place. All right, everybody, you have a good night, and I will see you on the next video. Toodles!